You are watching the RickVanMan channel, and in today's video, Rick is out and about.
Well, greetings and salutations. This is Rick. I hope you're having a great day. This is just a personal video log and a natter about whatever takes my fancy. Right now I am in the Cotswolds and just taking a little drive around this beautiful little village called Yanworth. This is probably one of my favourite places in the Cotswolds. Absolutely gorgeous place. And oops, basically because it's a beautiful day and I think it should be illegal for people to stay in the house on a beautiful day like today, especially if they've got somewhere nice they can be. And for me, it's just a question of taking a drive out to this beautiful part of the country. And I'm so lucky to be living not far away from this place at all. And I really appreciate living here, even though I keep thinking about moving to Wales still. Yeah, so this is basically just like a little personal video log and a natter. I'll natter about whatever pops into my mind. And in the meanwhile, you can soak up the countryside and enjoy this beautiful weather. May go for a little walk somewhere, we'll see. But just look at this place. This is magical. That's the word that describes this place. Magical. Here we go. Look, traditional red post box in front of this absolutely beautiful cottage. Look at that. That's just awesome. I just love stuff like this. I just love coming out here. It's just absolutely magical place. A lot of the places are in the Cotswolds. They just have all these kind of magical views, these kind of almost like fairy tale buildings. It's got this kind of nostalgic feel to it as well. It's kind of almost like stepping back in time when you sort of see this stuff go by. Like I could do this, you know, 24/7. Just drive around all these amazing places. I don't even need to get out. I just kind of see this world through my windshield, and it's just quite wonderful. So I thought I'd bring you guys along, and you can see it with me. But here we go. Look, a little old telephone box. I've noticed they keep the telephone boxes. Oh, hello. What was that? Nope, haven't got a clue. Driving along and bits of the van dropping off. I think I'm going to go down here. Look at this. Look, you got a pub and a horse in the car park. Brilliant. Waterfalls. Oh, little Shetland ponies. Brilliant. Yeah, this is almost like a little fantasy world that's real, you know. It's just I just love places like this. And I was actually driving around here last weekend, believe it or not. I had a friend from America come over and visit, and we took a little drive around here. She absolutely loved the place, and well, what's not to like? I mean, who wouldn't like sort of seeing places like this firsthand? But yeah, I could do this all day long, just drive around and just take in these beautiful views. Even if the roads are a little bit quite scary. Oh, hello. We got this is going to be tight. Right. Oh, let's go for it. That's it. Can hear my aerial banging on the trees above. I keep thinking about my my shed at home. Actually, I've got that need to build stuff or need to do something. Hello, which way am I going? think that's a private path, so I need to go this way. Yeah, my shed, my garden shed, is pretty flimsy at the moment, and it was never a good shed. It was only a cheap thing. But I'm thinking of building a new one, but building it myself from scratch. I literally just order a load of wood and just make the thing myself. I think that may be a project for later on this spring. So that's what's going on in my head at the moment. But then I've also got the whole moving thing going on in my head as well again. I'll tell you what, ever since I've been on this low carb diet, I've had so much more energy and want to do more stuff. And so I think, I don't know, I still keep pondering on moving to a rural location. It's still there in the back of my mind. I think what I need to do is take a holiday in a rural location so I can kind of get it out of my system again. Because most rural places in England now, you still haven't got very good internet at all, and so it's, for me as somebody who kind of relies on the internet, it's not an ideal situation. The pair of ears on that man's crash helmet, that's funny. Now, I keep thinking about Wales. Wales is a very, very beautiful country, and I can kind of afford to get a place like in the middle of nowhere, which would be really, really good for me. That's what I'm seeking. But I'm also open to suggestions about other parts of the country, you know, like England, Scotland. I absolutely love Scotland. Scotland is the most beautiful bit of country I've ever seen, but it's just too darn cold. The winters up there are frightening. I remember going in the wintertime once to the Isle of Skye, and we stayed in a hotel, and in the morning I went out to just basically have a walk around, and I lasted about 2 minutes outside. The air was so cold, everything was so cold, my ears were like, felt the cold so bad, I literally, it just hurt, you know, it was actually very painful, and I had to go back into the hotel, and I've never ever experienced cold quite like that, and it kind of put me off kind of moving to Scotland. I always had this dream about owning a little croft up in Scotland in the middle of nowhere, up in the Highlands somewhere, you know, on a mountainside, and unfortunately that I don't think that's ever going to become a reality. Not only can you not get goods delivered there without paying surcharges on everything, you'll have no internet, probably have no cell coverage either, and so if you really want to be completely cut off from the outside world, that'll be fine. But if you you know, want to still stay connected with the civilized world, unfortunately I don't think the Scottish Highlands is going to be a viable option. But I would consider other places in England. If you can think of anywhere that has house prices that are not crazy, that, you know, kind of affordable, that I can buy somewhere that's very rural, but is in a place of outstanding natural beauty. I've just spotted a big mansion house up on the hill up there. I would be interested, maybe going to check it out. Basically, I've fallen in love with Wales, but I haven't been to that many other places around England. So if there's perhaps a place within England that I can fall in love with, then, you know, maybe I'll consider moving there instead. So if you've got any ideas, do let me know. Now, if I had a choice, I would move to the Cotswolds, because the Cotswolds, where I'm at now, I'm absolutely in love with this place, but if you want to live in the Cotswolds, you have to be pretty much a millionaire. And as I'm not a millionaire, unfortunately, it's not an option for me. Look at this. This is real kind of Hobbit territory. This is absolutely beautiful. In fact, I came here one summer right in the height of summer, and there was just like this kind of meadow sweet everywhere, and everything was grown up, and it looked just kind of wild but tamed. It was just absolutely wonderful. I think I've got some photographs. If I can find those photographs, I'll dig them out and I'll show them to you right now. And everything about those photographs that I took, well, not the photographs, but the place I was while I was taking those photographs, it just had this Hobbit-esque sort of feel to it. Like I say, I would give anything to be able to live in a place like this, but it's just too darned expensive. Okay, we're going for a little village now called Yanworth, and I've been through here a few times. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to turn that air conditioning down. It's quite chilly now. Let's just turn it off. And Yanworth, absolutely just typical of your Cotswolds sort of village. Beautiful blossoms out on the trees. Roman villa that way. That's a private estate that way. Cotswold stone everywhere, little doorways. I don't know if you've ever been to Corfe. There's a place down Corfe. It looks a little bit like this, very sort of very quaint, but all the doorways are really low, you know, sort of 5 foot tall. And I understand that that's because when those places were built, people were a lot shorter. I don't think they had the kind of, you know, the levels of nutrients and things in the foods and stuff. I don't know whether that's all nonsense or not, but that's what I was always taught at school, was like people from days of old, you know, hundreds of years ago, were not as tall as we are because they didn't have the right nutrients in all the foods and everything, and they didn't have the kind of you know, full spectrum diets that we have. I don't know, or the nutrition or whatever. That beautiful view out there. You know, I should have attached a camera to the roof and done another jogging video. I done a treadmill video last year where I strapped a camera onto the roof and I just literally I just thought, I've got my 360 degree camera, and oh no, I brought my ladder with me. So I got a 360 degree camera and a new camera mount which will enable me to mount it to the roof of the van. The problem is I need a step ladder. I have to take a foldable ladder with me in order to get up onto the roof, and I haven't brought it with me. Now here's my usual T-spot, and lots of people have stopped here. Normally I come here and there's nobody here, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars here today, so lots of other people recognise this as a T-spot. There's even a little camper there. Oh, another one. Everybody's out for a cup of tea today. There is another T-spot just down the road here. So this is the site of the ancient Roman villa. You've got a beautiful little stream that goes down here. The Roman villa is just up that hill there, and I will take you there one day. What I need to do is go on a weekday in the summer. Hopefully I won't meet up with school parties, because quite often they get school parties going there. But if I can time it right, hopefully it'll be nice and empty and I can wander around and film. I'll put you on the little gimbal, and that'll be good. Right, hopefully this little camping site, well, it's not a camping site, little picnic site is going to be open, and I can pull in and I can find out what that rattling is in the back. So it's just a little open bit of grass here you can park on. Hopefully it's okay and not waterlogged. I think just to save any issues I'm going to jump out and check just to make sure it's okay. I'll take you with me, because I don't want to drive on there if it sinks down. These things have got absolutely no traction whatsoever. Yeah, it seems absolutely fine. No, I think I'll survive on this, no problem. That van's looking very clean and shiny. There we go. Right, let's put you back in there. And where can I park? Just want somewhere flat, really. There we go, that's fine. I might just park here and then make a nice cup of tea. How's that sound? Let's do it. How clean is that? Look, you can even see my reflection on it. Very cool. Well, I've got all the I've blacked the tyres up, I've blacked all the bumper up. Look at that gleaming sunshine. So all the windows lovely and clean. Look at this. Lovely. Loving it. So, oh no, I've got dust on my window already. That's alright, a dry cloth will take that off. Nice and clean. Although, when I've cleaned it, I've realised I've picked up quite a few scrapes and chips and things. I think that may be from hedgerows and trees and things. I know I've got a big dent here from a tree, which is such a shame. And also, you can laugh at this, I got a dent up there from a tree, and a tree took this out as well. That's the only thing with a high top van. If you go, there's so many tight roads around here with trees and everything. It gets a little bit precarious. There's not a lot I could do about that. This is metallic paint, so I'd imagine getting that sprayed over. It's probably not going to be cheap. And to be honest, it's just going to happen again. I presume this is just kind of comes with the territory, so I may just have to live with it. I'm not too bothered about it, if I'm honest. But I've got an awning coming. We're going to be going camping in a few weeks' time, and I did have a really big awning. It's a big square thing, but it was a nightmare to put up. It literally took probably like 2 hours to just sort of, and the thing is, I used it once and then I've never used it again. I've been so put off by the fact that you just can't easily use it, and it's such an ordeal to use it. So I think I'm probably just going to sell it on. But I've ordered a little lightweight one, and it's done like those dome tents. You just get a pole and you sort of poke it through, and then it's really easy to put up, and you're supposed to be able to put it up in like a couple of minutes. So I'm going to hopefully run with that one, and then it means that when I go away, I've got a little extra bit of space. This is what I do for tea these days. I just keep everything in here. I do sachets, so I've basically either got regular coffee or decaf or tea bags. So I'm going to go for a nice red bush tea today. And for milk, just so that I can keep it in the van and not worry about trying to remember to bring milk with me, I use sachets again. So these are little sachets of, or what they call milk sticks, and little sachets of milk, and it's quite handy. The only problem is the shelf life on these is not particularly long. This one runs out on the 7th. What's that? May, June, July. In July these run out, so I need to use them up by then. But it's a really handy way of keeping milk in the van without it going off. Need a cushion. Yep. Now that's what I'm talking about. I'd say this is probably better than the forest I normally go to. I'm actually sat there looking at the trees up there now. Oh, this is nice. I'm a little bit hungry. Let's see what food we got. Pepperoni. That'll do. I'll have a pepperoni stick. Cheers. Now, I've just been stung by a stinging nettle when I was out taking some pictures. Now, ordinarily, I would try to find a plantain leaf to put on the sting, but unfortunately, I can't find any anywhere. So what I got instead was a dock leaf, and dock leaves are second best thing. Traditionally, we was always told that to rub a dock leaf on a sting, it would take the sting out. But if you can find plantain, it'll do it much more efficiently. But unfortunately, I got stung on my ankle right there. I'm just basically going to rub the juice from the dock leaf over the sting, and it's still there, but it's lessening. But I've done this with plantain before, and straight away the sting is like an instant cure. It's amazing. There we go. I think I got away with that. So there we go. Dock leaf second, plantain first if you can find it. Now, while I was out there taking some pictures, I saw something a little bit unusual. Well, unusual to me. I don't know anything about management of trees and things or how they grow, so somebody might be able to answer this question for me. Hopefully you're going to get to see this, because this is quite a wide angle lens, so I'll try not to get stung again. This tree here, I don't know if you can see that, but all of the leaves and all of the branches are all coming out of one side. There's absolutely nothing down this side. Why is that? Do you think it's the wind? Perhaps? Maybe this is a particularly windy place, I don't know. But if you got any idea why that tree is all growing to one side, I'd be really interested to hear. It's only that tree. Oh, actually, saying that, it's the one next to it as well. The one behind it, that's got the same thing going on, and that's an evergreen tree as well. So it's all the leaves are all growing out one side, and it doesn't even look like it's been trimmed or anything that way. It's just naturally grown that way. How strange. So there we go. If you've got any ideas, do feel free to let me know in the notes below. Okay, so I'm going to go for it. I've got the 360 camera rigged up on a special stand, and the base of this stand is up on the roof here. Hopefully you can hear me. It's a bit windy, so you might lose my voice, but basically if you look up there, that is the sticky thing. Notice clean roof. I scrubbed my roof yesterday. This is going to sit up on the back. I can't reach the front of the vehicle without my stepladder. I don't have that with me, but I will have a go at getting 20 minutes of footage using the 360 just as an experiment, and hopefully that will go up as a separate video, because I can't mix 360 footage with regular footage. Here we go. Look, I've just stood it up on the roof there, and you get this preview through the app. If I can get this to go, there we go. So you can see that's the kind of view we're getting from up on the roof, hopefully. Obviously, once this is turned into a proper 360 video, you might get to see some cool stuff. So that'll be good. So what we need to do now is hit the road and have a little drive around and see how we get on. I actually forgot I can control the camera from down here on the smartphone, so I don't need to keep stopping the van and getting up there to start it each time. So I'm going to hit the record button. So it is now recording. There we go. And hopefully, there we go. Right, we've got 20 minutes now. I'm really hoping I get some good footage here. And I'm really hoping that 3M tape is going to hold, because it's literally stuck on and I've got no safety tether. But look at this, this is lovely. Look at the little roads. It's real Postman Pat country again, isn't it? All these little roads. I'll have to play my Postman Pat theme tune.
Come on. Yep.
So all these places people just pull over and have picnics and things. Look, I think there's somebody having a picnic over there by the river. Fantastic. If I had a family, I'd probably bring them out here on a weekend and have picnics and things. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I will, no matter what happens, whether it's any good or not, I will, if I can possibly do it, I will publish this video that I'm recording now on 360. I'll just call it a 360 drive through the Cotswolds or something like that. If you get a chance, do feel free to have a look at it and let us know how you get on with it and what you think of it. Particularly if you've got the VR headset, either on the PC or the PSVR. A couple of people keep asking me what this is. This thing on the windscreen here, and this is a head-up display. It's basically this little rectangular shaped unit that you can buy, and it plugs into your OBD2 port, which is like the little computer port on your car. It's like a diagnostic port, and it gives you a readout of your speed and your revs and your fuel and your mileage and everything. It's just kind of a safety thing. I think you can buy them for about £30 on Amazon, and I put this one through the MOT for 2 years running now, and it's passed. There's nothing been said, nothing been mentioned. It's just gone through. So I suppose because it is a safety feature, there's a low twig hitting my roof. I think I got away with it. The camera's still there. But yeah, it's quite good. It looks really quite futuristic at night if you're driving at night when it's all dark. That's pretty good. Right, this is a narrow road. I've got two dry stone walls almost twanging my wing mirrors. Lovely little stream here. Looks like an old disused railway bridge. This would have been an old Victorian railway. The country is dotted around with these old railway lines. Oh wow. Very nice. Wow. More amazing little houses and scenery coming up. God, I love this place. But yeah, I'm not sure what sort of sensation you're going to get if you look at this through virtual reality or Google Cardboard. I actually ordered a Google Cardboard and it arrived the other day, and it was quite an experience. So basically, it's like a bit of cardboard that you put your smartphone in, and it was really it was a really good introduction to the whole sort of 3D world, and I might make a little video on it. It's a really cheap way of doing it as well, because I think the whole thing was no more than about £5, and that was kind of delivered. So yeah, I might do a review video on it. Now, I don't know if you've been following me on Facebook, but I've been putting up some pretty cool shots. Oh, let's not kill the cat there. I've been putting up some really, or been getting some really quite good results from the telescope. I would like to video log and telescope, but it's actually, I now understand why there are not many video logging videos of people using their telescopes, because you need like 100% focus and paying your attention onto what you're doing. It's very, very hard to kind of film it as well, because one of the things I've found when I film is if you're filming yourself getting something done, you tend not to get much done, and it's all about the filming. But so I was going to make a video log the other day, but it just never happened. I just couldn't, I got so stuck into doing my telescopy things, I just didn't get a chance to grab a camera and do stuff. But I've been taking some pretty good photographs. I'll put a couple up in a minute when we haven't got lots of pretty places to look at. In fact, let's have a look at, right, do we want Colne Rogers or Bybury? Or let's go to Northleach and Calcott. It looks a bit more promising. So, alright, the next boring bit of road, or where we're not seeing lots of nice houses and nice things to look at, I will show you some of the photographs that I've achieved from the camera. I took a cracking shot of the moon the other night, and got so much detail on it. It was really, really good. And I managed to get some video footage as well of Jupiter and also of the moon, some real good close-up video shots of the moon. And I uploaded them to Facebook. I haven't put them on my own on my channel. But I'm probably going to open a YouTube channel, and just any video footage that I get of like the moon or anything, I'm just going to upload it all to there. So here you go, look, it's pretty dull going on here. So what I'll do is I'll show you some shots that I've taken now, and obviously, you know, things like the video of Jupiter is going to be pretty grainy, but it's because you know, you zoomed right in, and all that wobbling around, that's just the atmosphere. You know, you've got this kind of shimmering effect from the atmosphere that you just can't do anything about. This is why you need things like Hubble, which are outside of the Earth's atmosphere, to get some really, really good quality pictures. But yeah, I'm getting a little bit more proficient with the setting up and the taking down of the telescope. I can do it a lot quicker now, and the polar alignment as well is a doddle now. It used to be like real kind of scratch your head territory, but now I can do it pretty efficiently. Right, that's a no through road. Constant done it right, so we must be going this way. Okay. So it's been an absolutely wonderful afternoon, just driving around the Cotswolds. This is lovely. When you get a beautiful day like this, you know, this whole armchair driving experience, I just love it. I could do this all day long. But I'm going to head on home now, and hopefully you've enjoyed this little journey with me. I haven't really sort of talked about much, if I'm honest. I've said lots, but I've talked lots but said very little, so you've probably got fed up with the monotony of my voice, but hopefully the views were okay, and you were able to enjoy the ride. So I'm going to sign off here and say thank you for watching, for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care.